Have you ever walked into an airport and felt this strange vibe as if someone or something was guiding you without you even realizing it? Maybe it's the calmness that suddenly washes over you after security, or how the hallways seem to stretch on forever as you make your way to your gate. Well, that feeling isn't just in your head. There's a whole science behind what airports don't want you to know. And trust me, once you hear it, you'll never look at airports the same way again. Now, before you think this is just some boring travel rant, stick with me. Because what you're about to learn isn't stuff airlines or airport authorities are shouting from the rooftops. Nope. These are subtle tricks, hidden rules, and insider hacks that affect how you feel, where your money goes, and even how your luggage behaves. So, watch through to the end. You're about to become the smartest traveler in the terminal. Take a moment the next time you're waiting near your gate. Notice the lighting, the carpet under your feet, the ceiling height. They're not random choices. Airports design these spaces deliberately to make you calm. Lower ceilings, soft carpets, warm lights, all these little touches lower your anxiety. When you feel calm, your brain is more open to spending money. And here's the kicker, studies show that calmer passengers spend up to 10% more in those duty-free shops. So that cozy lounge. It's less about comfort, and more about getting you to open your wallet. And speaking of those duty-free zones, ever wonder why you have to walk through them right after security? Why you can't just go straight to your gate? That's called the Golden Path strategy. The terminal is designed to funnel you past dozens of shops, perfume, chocolates, booze, making impulse buys almost inevitable. You're relaxed, feeling relieved, and suddenly tempted by all those shiny displays. That's not a coincidence. Airports make billions by subtly encouraging you to browse and buy without even realizing it. Now, here's something that might freak you out a little. You hand your suitcase over at check-in, smiling because you're done with it. But after that, your bag's journey becomes a bit of a mystery even to the staff. It goes into this crazy machine system that reads barcodes, sorts bags by conveyor belts, and tries to get everything on the right plane. But machines aren't perfect. Your bag can get delayed, miss a connection, or believe it or not end up in a completely different country if you have an old sticker stuck on it. One luggage tracking hack. Snap a picture of your suitcase before you check it in. If it goes missing, this simple photo helps the staff track it down faster. And even better, put a GPS tracker or AirTag inside. Lots of travelers have recovered lost bags that way. Let's talk about that airplane meal in front of you. Ever wonder why it tastes a bit off? Like, weirdly bland or strangely salty? Well, your taste buds don't work the same way up in the sky. At cruising altitude, they dull by about 30%. That's why airlines have to crank up salt and seasoning to try to make the food taste normal. The other thing is, airplane meals aren't cooked on the plane. Nope. They're prepared hours ahead in huge kitchens serving many airlines at once. Imagine a giant production line of trays being filled non-stop. Oh, and here's a fun fact. One airline saved $40,000 a year by simply removing a single olive from their salads. Crazy, right? Airlines cut costs everywhere they can, and every little saving adds up across millions of flights. Security checks can feel like a drag, but did you know that when they ask you to rub your hands on a cloth, it's not about germs? That swab is tested for trace chemicals like explosive residues. The machines memorize the smell signatures of dangerous substances, so if your hands pick up anything suspicious, alarms go off. Some airports even use facial recognition technology now to scan and flag potential threats before you even get near the gate. So, you're being watched way earlier than you think. Here's a secret loophole in the TSA liquid rules. You know the infamous 100 milliliter limit. Frozen liquids don't count. That means frozen breast milk, baby formula, or medications can be brought through security, as long as you declare them. Pretty useful if you're traveling with little ones or special medical needs. And those VIP lounges that look like little sanctuaries. Think they're just for first-class passengers? Nope. Many airports sell lounge passes for less than the cost of a hotel room nearby. Inside, you get free food, drinks, showers, comfy chairs, and quiet spaces away from the chaos. Plus, some credit cards offer complimentary access even if you're flying economy. So next time, hit the crowded terminal and treat yourself for a bit of peace. Speaking of airport conveniences, be careful with those free charging stations. Hackers sometimes install malware in public USB ports. Plugging in could risk infecting your phone or laptop. The safest bet: use your own charger plugged into a wall outlet. And always use a VPN on airport Wi-Fi, which is notoriously unsecured. Better yet, carry a USB data blocker. Yes, it's a real thing to stop any malicious code from loading when you charge your devices. Tired of long, slow security lines? The TSA pre-check program lets you breeze through without taking off your shoes or unpacking your bags. It's a game changer if you fly often. And here's another insider tip: if you want a better seat, start checking your flight's upgrade options about 4 days before departure. Airlines often release upgrades then, sometimes even for free. If you're lucky and persistent, you could score business class without paying full price. Frequent flyer programs aren't just about racking up miles for free flights. Many travelers don't realize these programs unlock perks like priority boarding, which means no stress scrambling for overhead bin space. Plus, loyalty members sometimes get surprise upgrades, lounge access, and discounts on hotels, car rentals, and shopping. If you haven't signed up yet, it's time. The benefits go way beyond just flying. Now, when is the best time to book your flights to get the cheapest deal? Experts say usually between 3 weeks and 4 months before your trip. But the real trick is the day and time. Airlines tend to release new fares late Monday, so by Tuesday afternoon, you can find the best matching deals. Booking flights in the early morning hours can sometimes save you money too, because fewer people are hunting for tickets then. If your schedule's flexible, flying midweek or even on holidays can save you a ton. Weekends, usually the priciest. Jet lag, ugh, it's the worst part of any long flight. But you can fight it. Start adjusting your sleep pattern a few days before you leave. Going east, try to go to bed an hour earlier each night. Heading west, stay up a bit later. On the plane, reset your watch to your destination's time to help your brain adjust. Stay hydrated. Water, water, water. Avoid caffeine and alcohol because they dry you out even more. Once you land, get outside and soak up natural light. It's the fastest way to reset your internal clock. If you want, melatonin supplements can help, but check with a doctor before taking them. Finally, those confusing codes on your boarding pass. They're not just random numbers. The 2-letter airline code tells you who's flying the plane, like A for American Airlines. The numbers after, they often tell you if it's a flagship route or a smaller flight. Your gate number and seat assignment are right there too. Knowing your class code: Y for economy, J for business, F for first class, lets you know what to expect for meals and comfort. Understanding these can save you time and stress on travel day. So, which of these airport secrets blew your mind? The way your luggage can get lost in a maze of machines? The psychology behind that cozy lounge? Or maybe the hacker risks with charging stations? Drop your thoughts in the comments and subscribe my channel.